Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Monsters of the Mic, episode 11. Woo! We're here after week 4 of the NFL season. Bears play the Raiders.
That's
But
right.
before that, we wanted to touch on baseball a little bit since the playoffs are going on right now. Cubs
Right.
versus Padres.
Yeah.
Um, I know there's been 2 games since then. Uh, Costa, do you want to start off with the first game? Kind
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
thoughts?
So I actually went to the first game. Surprisingly, my shout out to my brother, my little brother Mikey. He randomly called me that morning. He's like, "Did you know there was a Cubs playoff game?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're playing today." He's like, "Oh, I didn't realize." He's not huge into baseball. He likes it, but so you want to go to the game? I'm like, "Sure, let's go." So we ended up going, and dude, that atmosphere was awesome. I think it was crazy. I went to the 2016 Giants series with him too, and
Mm-hmm.
I felt like the atmosphere yesterday was just I don't know, it felt more intense and more just kind of like
Electric.
yeah
Like,
than that 2016 kind. And I know and once again like that. Don't get me wrong, it was electric in that 2016 game, but man, like when Suzuki hit that home run, it was just that whole stadium just erupted. It was just outstanding. And then Carson Kelly's man home run, like it just floated there. It's like, come on, keep going, like that. It got caught and they had to fight the win. And when it landed in the basket, oh, it was just absolutely pandemonium, dude.
the sound cut off on the TV when Suzuki hit that home run? Like,
No way.
yeah, like I couldn't hear anything. It just like, doop. Yeah. So that's how I knew you guys were so freaking loud.
It was insane because Nick Pavetta was dealing, dude. He was dealing all game. He was on his freaking horse, right? And but then this I think Saya gets the fastball, and I think he got the fastball, and he just did not miss. And it was just like, oh, thank the Lord, dude. Thank the Lord.
Yeah, dude. He had the bet. I mean, he was whooping our ass for 5 innings, and I'm actually kind of surprised that they took him out as early as they did. Well, I guess after those 2 home runs, you kind of have to, right? But his
Right.
command was crazy. Like it, they were kind of talking on TV. They were saying that like because of his height and stuff, like his 96 mile per hour fastball really feels like a 98. So
Sure.
and I think he had I don't know if it was a changeup, but it was a breaking ball, and he was literally hitting the same spot as where he was throwing his fastballs. So
Mhm.
like I mean, he was nasty, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Well, and I think they took him out early, right? Because that whatchamacallit, that Padres bullpen is just insane. Like
Mhm.
who was it today? I forgot the bullpen guy who just murdered us today. He was throwing 103 miles an hour, and I was just sat there. Mason Miller, I think it was, right? He was just dealing today, and I was just sitting there and being like, so like I understand why they pulled him, and I think Council a little pissed me off too because like I'm like why take out Matthew Boyd, right, in that situation? But then like being at that game, like when the Padres did hit him, it was hard hit balls every single time. Like they
Mhm.
it made him pay, and I get it, right? And I liked where he's just like, screw it, I'm gonna bring my hardest throwing pitcher against one of your hardest hitters,
I
right?
thought, yeah, I thought that was interesting too. Like he brought in Palencia like right, what was that, like the fifth or the
Yeah,
sixth? It was
yeah.
it
It
was
was it was it was
early.
it was it was really it was the fifth, like in going into the fifth, and I think he said I was listening to an interview where he said like he felt like that was the save of the game,
I think so. I think
like
I
that
think it was a
moment.
1-run ball game at that point.
It was 2-1 still. It was 2-1. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. And I sat there and I was just like, oh, what the hell? Then, like, you know, to be in Kittredge, right? And I was just like, I wish I'll get into that for game two aspect. I was like, come on, man. Like, but you know what? It worked out. They took that game one. I mean, I think it was great. I mean, honestly, like, Dansby Swanson literally had like two of the greatest plays in that game, right? To save that
Mhm.
game, right? That keeping Machado at third, and that play just kind of stopped it from going on the out into the outfield, right? So like that was great too. But man, the thing that's pissing me off is the hitting. And I get it, right? The Padres have fantastic pitching. I understand that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But dude, they murdered us today. Dylan Cease, and I was really surprised he took out Dylan Cease as early as he did because Dylan Cease was
They
dealing.
they
He
definitely
was
took him out early. Yeah.
dealing, But granted, I think it's a must win. I got to use my best guys. My thing is, are is Miller gonna be available game three if needed, right? Because he threw 9 pitches yesterday. He threw almost 40 today.
Yeah. I'd hope he's not because he was really kicking our ass today. Um, I think I thought our like what we did was kind of interesting. Starting off with Kettridge and then going to Imanaga or like right after that. I didn't really understand the strategy behind it.
Same. Like, why is Kitcher starting that game? The thing, my buddy was texting me because he was at the game today. He's like,
Mm.
great. Now Imanaga has to start down 1-0.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he's already struggled this year. And
Right.
of course, they hit a 2-run bomb.
Dude, and you
Uh,
know what's crazy? I was watching that game, and when Machado came up to bat, I was like, why is Imanaga in? I
mhm.
literally I thought to myself, I'm like, this is where we're gonna get screwed. And literally, what, 2 pitches in, or the first pitch, whatever that bat, he crushed the
Yeah,
2-run
he
bomb. And,
smoked it. Yeah.
and I literally texted my buddy, I'm like, why did we not bring in our bullpen? You had a guy warming up. Why are we not? Why are we doing that? He already struggles with the home run ball at home, and boom, right, he gets hit, and I'm saying, and there's the game. I'm like, that's it. It's because
Do,
they were just dominating so much on the pitching end, and like, I'm sorry, like, my language. Why the fuck is Ian Happ batting third both games?
yeah, that's I don't know, man.
My man is struggling at the
It
plate,
it's
struggling.
it's not just him. It's Ian Happ, Kyle Tucker, um,
I mean, PCA.
PCA is swinging at everything.
Oh my God! That when he came into the game today and he swung on like that 97 mile up by his chin, I'm like, oh my
I
God,
was like,
bro!
dude, what are you
I'm
doing?
like, come on,
The,
this guy's gonna throw you fastballs up in the zone and up high, like, just what is that? That wasn't even near the plates.
there was one yesterday where it was down in the dirt and he swung at it, and I have no like it was clear and obvious that wasn't in the zone, and he still swung. I'm like, dude, like I know you're anxious, but you need to relax. Like
Ugh.
they're not being patient. Like we're not getting production from our best hitters. And
No, and like Nico Horner's been great. He's batting 492 in the first 2 games. Like, Nico does what he does. He gets on base.
Nico's always productive. Yeah.
Right. Like, that man just gets on base. This is great, but like, and Swanson's batting 333, right? So, he's doing fine. But like, dude, Kyle Tucker, right? Ian Happ has 0 hits in this series, and you're batting him third. Kyle Tucker, okay, 143 in this series, right? Like, Carson Kelly's batting better than freaking Kyle Tucker and
Hmm.
PCA. Like, it's just like, come on. And like, my thing is like, I get you want to get some experience, but like, why are you putting Ballesteros in, right, to pitch hit in a tight game, and the same thing with Willie Castro. No offense, like, you need your best guys out there, and I think maybe, right, are you just throwing in the white flag at that point and be like, all right, we got to go to game three and play game three.
I feel like that might have been what it was because it felt like they were dominating the whole game. It didn't feel like we really had a chance. Maybe after that Kyle Tucker hit, but once they made that play over, oh God, what was it? At second base. Oh no,
Yeah,
Dansby was at second. When they made that play and they almost got him out, I was like, oh yeah, it's not our day. It didn't
yeah.
feel like our day at all.
And I think if I'm correct, I think you Darvish is going for the Padres tomorrow.
He is. It's you,
Yeah.
Darvish, and Jamison Tyone going at it tomorrow.
See, I don't hate that. I don't hate Jameson Tyone because he's been pretty solid since coming back from injury.
Mm.
And tomorrow literally is an all hands on deck type of situation, right? So like, like, my thing is like, are the Padres, right, psychotic enough to also throw in back Dylan Cease, right? Or, right, throw in Nick
Could
Pivetta for an inning or so.
could that be why they pulled him a little earlier? you
It
know?
could be. It could be, right? Because you Darvish, while he's been solid, is compared to right Dylan Cease and Pavetta, he's not those two guys.
Hmm.
He is hittable. He is able to right get knocked around. So like my thing is it a short leash and be like, all right, Cease, you're gonna go in for 2 innings.
I can definitely see it.
And I
I
need
can
from
see it.
Tyrone, man. I need 4 good solid innings, man. Just give me 4 good solid innings.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because listen, like I know I've talked shit about the bullpen all season, but the bullpen has been very great. I will admit when I was wrong, and
For
Thielbar, Presley, not Presley, sorry, Brad Keller,
Brad Keller, yeah.
Drew Pomerantz, like all these guys have been fantastic, right? Even Andrew Kittredge, I know he had a rough start, but he's been great. Palencia has been solid. Like so, the bullpen has been serviceable and it's been great. So I will admit when I'm wrong, but it's just like I don't want to
Dude,
go into the bullpen right away.
yeah, even today, I mean, after Imanaga went out, they didn't score any runs after that.
Right.
It's
Sa-
really
sa-
just
Same thing in the Padres in the game one,
in
right? The
game one.
bullpen shut him down for 5 innings.
Yeah. That's exactly what we're gonna need tomorrow. I honestly put this game on our offense. Like they need to show up in a
Yes,
big way. We
they
just
do.
you gotta you gotta find a way to get hits. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know if Kyle Tucker's injury is still bothering him. Ian Happ, I don't know what's going on. PCA, yeah.
Go ahead.
PCA's is clear. Like he just needs to be more patient. But
Yeah, yeah.
but
Like honestly, right? Like you put Nico up as your leadoff, like continuous, because that's just smart, right? Like,
mm-hmm.
and then obviously, right? I think because
Put Suzuki third.
Seiya is hot. Why is Seiya not hitting cleanup?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
It
hot right now.
he's
He's
hot
your
right now.
hottest.
Yeah.
Your hottest hitter. Obviously, I know he didn't home run today, but he had a double today.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had 5 home runs consistently in 5 straight games before that. So like, why is he not at least third, or why is he not batting cleanup?
Right. I don't know.
So I don't know. Anyway, I think tomorrow obviously is all hands on deck game. It's winner takes all. It's and what's crazy? Like these teams have played each other evenly. In the regular season, they split the games 3-3, and right now they split it 1-1. Right, like these teams are very even. They are
Yeah.
very even teams, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not even looking forward to the next series in the sense of like it's just I got to worry about tomorrow, and I think Craig Counsell has been trying to be a little too cute at times, and it's like, dude, just win the baseball game.
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow, yeah, like don't yeah, I hope he doesn't try to look ahead to the Brewers because like you're only playing the Padres, right? Like that's and if you don't beat them, then you don't advance. Like just do your you know, do what you have to do to beat them and then you worry about the rest later.
Right, right, and the pitching's done very well because obviously, other than the Machado blast, like their top couple four hitters have been pretty kept
Yeah,
that
they
bait. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
yesterday,
Tatis, yeah.
yesterday's game was a Jack Merrill, a Jack I think Jackson Merrill,
Jackson
yeah,
Merrill, yeah.
double, and then Bogart's double, right? And that was
Yeah.
that was the scoring, right? Machado didn't do much, Tatis didn't do much, right? Like he drew a walk, I believe, but that was
Mm-hmm.
it. Today, same thing, right? Tatis had a great play. I think it was in the seventh inning. It was a fly out to deep right, I believe, and he made a nice running catch overhead,
Oh,
right?
that yeah, that was another play that I was just like, oh my God, like I don't even know how he made in with the sun in his eyes too, like
Right, right. But
Jesus.
that's what he is. He's a great player. That's why he's back there, right? He's one of the best one of the better players in the game, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think tomorrow's all hands on deck, and you're right. I think it's gonna come down to the offense. I think they gotta be patient. They gotta take good at bats. Like, right, as your offense, you trust your pitching. Your pitching has been fine. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Pitching has been great. And to be honest, I believe tomorrow the pitching is gonna be just as fine too. Like these are two evenly great pitching teams, but right now,
You,
in my opinion, right, I think the Padres have more power and pop right now. But
yeah,
I think it's going to come down. I think to a pitching game. I think it's going to be a 1 or 2 run game. So and hopefully they win. You know what I mean?
yeah. I'm hoping so too. I expect a low score too.
Yeah,
Uh like 2-1, 2-0, something like
yeah,
that
something like that. I agree. But we'll see. We'll see. Fingers crossed. But
for sure.
right, obviously, what our namesake is, right? Monsters of the Mic. Talking about the Bears, right? Being the Raiders and being 2-2. Woo!
Woo! Let's
2 game win
go.
streak, right? I think that's important, right? I told you, right? I think in our first episode or our first kind of prediction, I'm like, if they go 2-2 through the first month, I will be happy. I will be ecstatic. And I think honestly, I know it doesn't sound crazy, but I love the way that it kind of happened, right? You blew a game on national TV that you should have won, get a 50 burger, right? The week, you're
Yep.
down 0-2. People are like, oh my God, what is this team? You come out, you kick a defense that you should have kicked in the face. You won that game. You went into the Raiders, right? And a game that Bears usually lose. A game that the Bears usually lose. They
Mm-hmm.
found a scrappy way to win.
Yep.
And honestly, I would take an ugly win because sometimes ugly is okay in the NFL because it happens. And
Yeah.
I'd rather be on that side and have a 2 game win streak, going to the bye, getting back some defensive players, and going into that Monday night game. Like, honestly, like, I know some people are like, oh my God, it was an ugly win. I don't give a fuck.
I no, I there's good things to take away from that ugly win though. Like
Yes.
the defense, man. Tyreek Stevenson. I'm
My
sorry.
boy.
I'm
My
sorry.
boy.
I disrespected you. I didn't know you were like that, dude. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
He- DB1. That interception he made, holy Mitt.
I
That
think he heard the noise in the first couple of weeks, and he's been balling the last 2 weeks.
dude,
So,
yes. Yes.
so. And then, dude, what about Kevin Byard, right, with 2 picks? Like, he's been a fantastic in his Dennis Allen defense. Like, the
Hmm.
secondary has been so solid. It's been so good. And I'm just so excited to put Kyler Gordon back there and TJ Edwards, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, like and TJ Edwards is good at stopping the run, right? And so is Kyler Gordon. Kyler Gordon loves to stack the box, right? So I think
Yeah.
that's gonna help the run game, right?
That's
Especially
crazy. That
go ahead.
no, that's actually what I was thinking as well. That's what I was thinking like 2 days ago. Like when TJ comes back, that should help the run game. And then Kyler's just more depth at corner,
Yeah,
man, because
yeah.
Jesus, they're depleted.
They're depleted, right? And you're right. Like, the defense had 4 takeaways, right? I think Genti fumbled it and Gino was picked 3 times, right? But people are like, oh, the score should be bigger. It's like, who cares, right? Max Crosby,
Game
dog, by the
wrecker.
way. But man,
Game
that
wrecker.
first half, he ate us alive. Like, he
Yeah.
ate us alive. But guess what? This is where Ben Johnson separates himself from the coaches, I believe. He said, hey, we're going to bench Braxton Jones. We're going to put Ozzie in there. And Ozzie stopped Crosby enough where the offense can do the work in the second half. That
Yeah.
is a game time adjustment,
Hmm. He
right? And,
threw Theo
but
Bennett in at left tackle too.
right. So
Yeah.
like he said, and I love the fact he's like, I'm not gonna take this shit that okay, we drafted these guys, but guess what? You're not gonna do your job. I'm gonna replace you and see if somebody else does their job. And you know
Hmm.
what they did? Caleb had another game-winning drive, right?
Yep. Yep.
And they won the game, right? Granted, they needed a block punt by a block field goal, but hey, guess what? The Eagles did it the week before, right? So like, who gives an F? A win's a win, right, in this league, right? And even if it's an ugly one. And Caleb didn't play bad, right? After that interception by Max Crosby, when he made a
Max Crosby.
fantastic play, right? Like Caleb played pretty well. He moved the ball pretty well. He took what the defense gave him. You know what I mean? Rome continues to be a really great bright spot. You know what I mean? The run
Yeah.
game is fucking horrendous yet again, but
Yeah.
nonetheless, Caleb's progression is there. He got another win. They're 2-2. What more do you need?
I agree. That was actually one of the notes that I wrote down. Fourth quarter, Caleb shows up again, right? I think since last year, this has been the most consistent part about his game. In
Hmm.
5 games last year, 5 or 4, I don't really remember. I know it was Vikings, Packers, Washington twice. Um, who was it? Lions. Lions was a timeout, the timeout nonsense, and then Green Bay at the end of the year.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like every, it's like anytime he's in like those 2 minute end of half, end of game situations, like
Yeah.
something happens and he just starts playing a little more loose and he finds open receivers, man, and he makes plays. Like,
Yeah, like that pass, like to Komet right down that sideline, right? Granted, that was a really tough catch for a tight end to make, but like he put it right on the money for Komet. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Granted, we talk about bright spots and bad spots. Komet had a horrendous day.
He
Yeah,
had bad hands. Yeah.
bad hands, too many penalties. Like, granted, I'm not gonna beat him up for that, but like in a game like that, man, you got to make those plays and help out your quarterback, right?
Hmm.
Like you got to make those plays. You know what I mean? And another bad spot, right, is they had 0 sacks that whole game.
That that's the D line, man. Yeah, that's. I think we've talked about that a lot during the off season. Like
Yeah.
our D line, there's no depth. This, I think, getting oh God, he's the fifth rounder we drafted. Uh,
Linebacker?
no, he's an end. He's a D end.
Sure, not Sherman Turner. No, wait, no.
Uh, the and hold on, Bears.
Is it no? Sherman Turner was an earlier pick.
Shamar Turner was an earlier pick. I think this was last year that we drafted him. I am looking. I am looking. It is Austin Booker. Once we get Austin Booker back, I
Oh,
think,
that's right. That's right. I actually liked. I actually really like Austin Burger because of his raw talent and speed and power. He's hurt, right?
yeah, he's on
That's
the
why.
IR right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? So like this, and obviously he's not an every down type of back, but he can cause havoc. He can cause, you know what I mean? So like, but
In
yeah,
the
that
preseason, he was showing he was the bright spot, honestly. So
right.
I'm curious. Yeah.
And
I'm
and looking forward to the Commanders game, right? Like we need to put pressure on some on Daniels. Like we can't let Daniels sit back there and just pick us apart because he can, right? Granted, once again, I think I'm gonna jump ahead of. I'm not gonna jump ahead of myself. I'll wait till we'll talk about that game in a little bit. But I think going back to this game, right? Like, yeah, I think you're right. Like that pressure, that D line, and then like, granted, he was the whatever. I think the fifth or sixth overall pick in the draft. Like, Gentee murdered us. You know what I
Gentee.
mean? Gentee
Yeah.
murdered us, and to me, it's just like like this would happen, right? Like the Bears have the Raiders and Gentry have not done really a lot of stuff, and right, and a lot of people made a joke that went back to his Michael Myers stance from college,
Hmm.
where he just stood straight up, and that's how he kind of do it. Because a lot of people were saying that I believe it's Chip Kelly wanted him lower to the ground, and a lot of people were saying like that messed him up. So this game he returned back to that stance and he just ate.
I did see that. I did see that somewhere.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just like I don't know, but like yeah, they gotta listen when those linebackers get back. I trust the secondary. It's we need to get pressure on the on the quarterbacks, right?
I'm the QB. Yep.
Because what's the secondary's best friend too, right? Is pressure, right? Is disruption over there to force a bad throw, to force a bad right, an ill-advised throw. But yes, we got lucky because it's Gino and the Raiders, right? I think so. I think the defense came to play against the Cowboys anyway, even though CD went out, right? Like they dropped 40 on the Packers, so I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? Oh, they
Yeah.
lost CD Lamb, yada yada
We
yada. Blah, blah.
yeah, we could talk about that too. Like
Put 40 on the Packers, whereas the Packers are supposed to have this generational fucking defense. No, get out of here.
yeah,
Um, you know what I mean? So like I'm excited to see what Dallin Allen because Dennis Allen, I think, in my opinion, has adjusted well to what he has, but I can't wait to wait till he gets some of his game records back.
I agree. I agree. Honestly, he's working with a lot of nothing right now, and he's making it work, right? Like Noah Sewell, I like Noah Sewell, but he's obviously a backup. He's not a starter right now,
Hmm.
right? He's getting gashed in the running game. So, like you said, once we get TJ back, like that should help there. Austin Booker, hopefully get another guy to get some pressure with Montez Sweat because I think him and Oda Yengbo are like the highest double teamed um at the ends right now in
Hmm.
the league, which is kind of crazy. So
Yeah.
we need interior pressure too, like Andrew Billings, Grady Jarrett. I have not heard or seen Grady Jarrett like all year. So
Right. I agree, right? And it's that problem too. And I hope, right, like they develop a game plan, right, and they come out swinging. After the bye week, right? Because same thing with the Eberflus and kind of right. You know who was his name? Matt Nagy, right? They didn't come
Nagy.
out, right? I think our psychotic coach, that clip of the video on the sideline where he takes that big guy. I'm like, yes, that's my dog. Like
Yeah.
he's psychotic. I fucking love it. You know what I mean? And I think he's especially right. I know, right. He's in that locker room using that. that Hail Mary game as motivation.
Oh,
And
100%
and I know as a Bears fan, I'm not looking forward to that for next week because I know we're gonna have to see it a
over.
thousand freaking times. So I'm hoping to God, right, like the Bears go in there and they win, and Caleb outplays Jaden. I think going into that next kind of area of like the prediction for that game, I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a dogfight. I really think so. Right? It was a dogfight last time. I think it's gonna be a dogfight this time. Right? I think it's gonna be a tough one. I think the Commanders not having a 100% like bona fide back might be beneficial for the Bears, right? Because it doesn't have to deal with, right, like, oh, it's this one guy. Um, but like I said earlier, right, in this episode, like they need to pressure Jaden Daniels, right? Like with
You
Terry
can't just let
McLaurin,
him sit back
right? With
there.
Terry coming back and Debo being a gadget guy, like that stuff's gonna come, but you can't let him sit back and pick you apart.
Yeah, I agree. I I agree with a lot of your points. I think um at least to the receivers, I don't really see Debo and Terry as like real slick route runners, so I think our DB should hold up like fine against them. It's really just, getting pressure on Jaden Daniels. Like you gotta get creative with some blitzes,
Right.
like make him uncomfortable because he's at home. You know, I the only thing that's kind of working for us in our favor as well is like they play the Chargers this week, right? And that's a physical team. Jaden Daniels is gonna play. That whole team's gonna play. So like hopefully they're a little worn down after that game. Then they gotta
Mm,
come see they gotta play against us, right? So like
right.
we're coming fresh off a bye. Like, let's be ready. And
Hmm.
I think Ben Johnson's gonna have them ready. Like just kind of listening to all of his press conferences and, you know, kind of seeing his personality show. And then, just seeing the locker room after these wins, like they're they're buying into his personality and what he's selling
Yeah.
and they're believing, man. So in belief, like it's it could take them a very, very long way. As long as
I,
they believe, man, like
I agree, and I know we're talking about the Commanders and the Bears, right? But like going into the first quarter of the season, right? Like the I know, right? People may not be like he's not putting up stack numbers, but he has 8 touchdowns, right? I think that's third in the league right now. Like you know what I mean? Like that's he's doing fantastic. He's 8 touchdowns, 2 picks, 927 yards, completion of 62.3. Like he's doing
pretty
great, and
good.
the progression is there every game. Yes, that game against the Raiders, it was tough, right? I mean, he got, we talked about, I guess, the Lions, right? Like how before that game got blown open, like he was keeping them in there, and his stats were pretty good, right? And it
Hmm.
wasn't garbage time stats; it was when the game was close.
Hmm.
Um, and in this Raiders game, he fought a way to win, right? Like he fought a way to win, and sometimes, right, the good players, the great quarterbacks, have to
They
find
fight.
ways. They
Yeah.
find ways to game where needed, right? Like for example, right, like I know this week he had a bad second half, but the week before, right against the Rams, Jalen Hurts found a way to win.
Hmm.
Yeah, no,
That's
the good ones find it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I totally agree, man. Like you don't have to play you're not always gonna play your best. You're at your absolute best. And this time it was because Max Crosby is just an unreal talent. And
Yeah,
he was a game wrecker. Like,
yeah,
but even in spite of that, like you still found a way to pull a win when you probably shouldn't have. But
correct.
like that's what the good teams do.
Yeah,
They find ways to win. Yeah.
correct. And through his first 21 games, he has 28 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Like it's great production,
It's
right? And yes,
yeah.
feel like the wins. It's like, yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like last year was kind of chaotic, right? Like this year he has 2 wins, right? Hey, there's 3 more wins from tying last year's right record, right? Like the
Mm.
progression is there. He's doing well. Like he's projected this year to finish with 34 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and 3,940 yards. Like that is
That's really
progression from
good.
last year. That is almost 1,000 yards more. That is 14 touchdowns more. Like
That is really good.
yeah, and as
Yeah.
long as he does, and he's projected to finish the 62.3 completion percentage.
Mm.
That I know that's not the goal that Ben Johnson wants with 70, But hey, man, if you do that, you throw that stat line up there and you win 7, 8 games and your production, what more do we need as a production? This is the first year in his new scheme. And so far, I think over the first 4 weeks, the progression has been there, and that's what I want to see this year too. As much as I want to make the playoffs, if Caleb takes that next jump in his sophomore year with a new coach who believes in him and his system,
Hmm.
I'm cool with that over the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's like I've said since week one, week two, week three, it's been just a steady progression. Like he's looked fine. He's looked good. Like you could see the game slowing down for him.
Right.
Now, now it's kind of just, you know, finding it's finding ways to win while you're progressing through the offense and trying to learn new defenses that they might be throwing at you, things that you might have not seen. Like I think I think we found our quarterback. And
Yeah.
I know it's week four. This is early. I've said it since the day that we drafted him. I think he's
Right.
good, but you know, 34 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That's a Pro Bowl level quarterback, bro.
It is.
That's better than everything we've ever had in the
Correct.
past.
Correct. You know what I mean? So we'll see, but the one thing that I will say right this season, I think in the first quarter that he needs to improve on is the ball's batted at down the line. Like that
Yeah,
needs to stop. This has been happening way too much in that Raiders game. It's happened too much this season to find a different, maybe it's a different slot angle you throw in, or I don't know what it is, but that needs to kind of improve because I guess Max Crosby happened, like batted down interception. Like that can happen with a lot of defensive ends. So like that needs to be cleaned up.
yeah,
Accuracy still needs to be a little bit improved, but I think the progression is there, right? And I think, like you said, I think the team's believing in more. Rome has been fantastic, right, all season.
yeah.
I think he's going to continue it too. Um, but Zacchaeus has been great too. Like he finds Zacchaeus, which is awesome. It sucks that Loveland got hurt, and I'm still pissed off that we took him over Warren. But once again, I'm not going to sit here and beat that dead horse. But yeah, it's
I,
it's been really happy, and I'm really excited for this Commanders game because I really think they're gonna come out. And I just want a dogfight. Like
mm,
I want to win, yes, but if Caleb goes there, throws 3 touchdowns, 300 plus yards on national TV, and loses because his defense can't do anything about it, like, can I be mad? No, because he put up, and that's the team that went to the NFC Conference Championship last year, right? Like, this is a great test for them, and like, I mean, I'm really, really excited to see right what
yeah,
Ben Johnson cooks up.
yeah, it's a good squad. They have a really good offense. They have a really good defense. Like I know Ben Johnson's gonna be he's gonna have something up his sleeve. So like I'm curious to see like how he attacks this defense and you know how the game plays out because these are two I think they're very evenly matched. I don't think the rosters are that like too different, kind of two middle of the pack defenses and
Yeah,
then really good offenses. So hopefully we get a shootout,
hopefully.
another Mahomes Goff kind of game.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. But
Yeah.
obviously, right, the Bears are on a bye this week, so we don't have predictions. But we're gonna do our little predictions at the end of this segment. We'll do our tomorrow night's game, which is gonna be absolute catastrophe, in my opinion. And then we'll do our lock, our lock and our upset, right? So I think tomorrow, right, Niners, Rams. We got the reports. Like literally, nobody's playing for the 49ers.
It's so sad, dude.
Uh, so I think the Rams are gonna win this one. I mean, does the Niners keep it close because of defensively? I can't shit on Mac Jones. He's done his job, but the Rams are a lot better than some of the teams they've already played. What are you gonna do offensively? Yeah, can you feed McCaffrey, but you don't want him to die.
Oh,
So
God.
like, I think the Rams win this. Is it going to be maybe a scrappy one because it's a divisional game? Perhaps, but I think Stafford is just going to have his way. So yeah, I think the Rams win this one. Not, I'm not sure, but yeah, the Rams. I know the Rams win for sure.
Yeah, I yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams. Like I can't I know so McVay actually isn't that great against the 49ers. He's actually got a 5-10 record against them like all time.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so and but like the Niners are riddled with injuries like you said. Like Purdy's out, Pearsall's out, Juwan Jennings. This is a Mac Jones, a McCaffrey game like It's like you said, it's a division game, so it's gonna be scrappy. Like it
right?
might be like 17-24 kind of game, but
I think so.
Stafford with Puka, I think Puka shows up with another big game.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree with that 100%. My lack of the week, man. There's, I'm not. I'm not gonna pick the Lions over the Bengals. That's cheating. That's an X for me. I think that's an X because that doesn't count for me. But I think my lack of the week this week. I think is the Chiefs over the Jags. I think on Monday night. I think the Chiefs.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know the Jags came out and they beat the 49ers, but they're desolate. They're just, but look what the Chiefs did last week to my boy Lamar and the Ravens, right? They gave him the belt to the butt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty badly. So I think the Chiefs go in,
P2A.
they go into Jacksonville. Is it going to be a close game? Maybe, right? I think there's some stuff cooking in Jacksonville, but I think the Chiefs, lock with the Jags. I think my upset is the New England Patriots going to
Wow.
Buffalo on Sunday night
Wow.
and upset Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. That is
Damn.
my upset of the week. I think that Carolina game got that Patriots offense on the right foot. That defense is slightly underrated in my opinion, right? If Christian Gonzalez is going to be there and play, I think it's going to be great. So I think the Pats go in there and they win a gritty one, man. I think it's the upset of the week for me.
Dude, that's crazy. Because I had my upset. Oh no, my lock is Bills over Patriots.
Oh, you're
Uh,
hilarious. Oh
Yeah.
my God,
I
that's
think
funny.
I think Josh Allen stays undefeated. He rolls the Pats. Like he's at home, he's comfortable. And because Christian Gonzalez is back, I expect Kincaid to be more involved, So the tight ends are gonna eat. And
Yeah,
then, at home with a run game, like James Cook, they're just gonna run all over him, man. I just think
I don't know.
it's not
Maybe.
gonna. We'll see. That's a good one. We got to come back to that one next
Yeah,
week.
we'll see. We'll see.
My upset, I couldn't believe uh they were favored actually, but I have Bucks upsetting the Seahawks. The Seahawks are favored in this game.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It
Huh.
kind of surprised me, but then I was taking a look at the injury reports and Baker's got like a knee and I think it was like an I don't know, elbow.
Oof.
Yeah. So, I know they lost it looks like they're not gonna have Bucky Irving, but Egbuka, Godwin, they still have them. Plus
Sure.
Rashad White, Sean Tucker, like they shouldn't miss a step, like having those two guys fill in.
Yeah,
Uh
I'm just interested that it's interesting that they are even just an underdog, but I get it, right? For all those injuries, yeah. I mean, Seattle's not horrible. Seattle's been decent this
they're
year.
they're not a bad team. I do, they almost lost to Arizona last week, but division game, so it could be that.
True. True. True.
Um Yeah, really the only real concern with this one for the Bucks, I think, is like it's a loud environment. But they've proven they can beat a bad team and they could compete against the good ones. So
Right. Right.
yeah, I think
Cool. Awesome. Well, that's the episode for this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will talk to y'all next week.
thanks.
Go on. Bye.
Bye.